Remember, yet not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. Paul already taught them these things. So they are students of prophecy. They understand what Paul is talking about. So pagan Rome was restraining the papacy from rising into power. But when pagan Rome is taken out of the way, that's when the papacy will be revealed, and the wicked one, the wicked, the son of perdition, which is the Pope, the papacy, will be revealed. And Paul says that before Christ come, there will be a falling away first. Yes, the church will go into apostasy first. And because of this apostasy causes, or that was the foundation of the papacy, apostasy. Because Paul says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there be a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposes and exalting himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Remember, well, let me skip that. It says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. So the work of the apostasy was already taking place in the church. False prophets, false teachings, paganism coming in, and that gave birth to the papacy. So the daily paganism had to be removed first, taken away, in order for the papacy, the abomination of desolation, to be set up, or to take its place. Let's go to the book of Early Writings, page 74, in verse 2. And this is why we are, as Seventh-day Adventists, are in darkness right now. Not all, but the majority are in darkness because of this view, because of this false teaching, false doctrine that comes straight from the pits of hell. The Bible tells us, I'm sorry, not the Bible, the Spirit of Prophecy in Early Writings, page 74, paragraph 2, she says, then I saw in relation to the deity, Daniel 8:12, that the word sacrifice was supplied by man's wisdom and does not belong to the text. And that the Lord gave the correct view of it, which is the daily, to those who gave the judgment hour cry. When union existed before 1844, nearly all were united on the correct view of the daily. But in the confusion since 1844, other views have been embraced, and darkness and confusion have followed. Time has not been a test since 1844, and it will never again be a test. So she tells us here, the prophet of the Lord tells us, okay, first of all, the word sacrifice doesn't belong to the text. All right. She says, before 1844, those who give the hour, the judgment hour cry, give the correct view of the daily. Before 1844, those who give the judgment hour cry, give the correct view of the daily. For example, those pioneers, if you study the history of the Millerites, William Miller himself, Josiah Smith. I'm sorry, not Josiah Smith. The other pioneers. I have so much in my mind right now. That's why it doesn't come out. Bates, Sister White, many of the pioneers, they give the correct view of the daily, which is paganism. Paganism. If you read Uriah Smith, understanding Daniel and Revelation, Daniel in the Revelation, you will see that the daily is paganism. All right, paganism, and the abomination that maketh desolate is the papacy. So the daily is paganism. Okay, but specifically is pagan Rome. But it's paganism in its broad, broad view. So, but after 1844, many false views start creeping in the church. Okay, of the deity. Some think it's the Sabbath. Some think it's the most popular one is that it's Christ working in the heavenly sanctuary above, Christ's ministry in the heavenly sanctuary. But you see, it's nothing. You see, it's not gray. It's basically black and white. One says it's a satanic power. The other says it's a godly power. So which one is it? So we better go back to the platform, go back to the old path, the good way, so we can be safe, which is the foundations of our faith, of Adventism. So after 1844, that's when false view of the deity start coming in. All right. And we have many ministers in Adventism teaching that the deity is, matter of fact, they say the daily sacrifice is Christ's heavenly ministry in the sanctuary above. But the prophet of the Lord tells us it's paganism, because she agrees. She says that they had the correct view. And if you want to know the correct view, just go to their writings. Go to, read William Miller's writings. William Miller's work. Uriah Smith, Bates, all the pioneers of who gave the judgment hour cry. Just read their books, and they'll tell you straight up that it's paganism. But no, we rather trust those who are, high position, who are teaching the false view that it's Christ's ministry in the heavenly sanctuary. So we'll see that how this darkness, this false view will bring us into great confusion. But it's paganism. The deity, it's paganism. All right. Now let's go to the book of Daniel chapter 8 in verse 12. I'm sorry, Daniel chapter 8 verse 8 to 12. Rather, the Bible tells us, therefore the he-goat waxed very great, and when he was strong, the great horn was broken, and for it came up four notable ones toward the four winds of heaven. And out of one of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceeding great, toward the south, toward the east, and toward the pleasant land. And it waxed great, even to the host of heaven, and it cast down some of the hosts of the stars to the ground, and stamped upon them. Yea, he magnified himself even to the prince of the host, and by him the deity was taken away, and the place of his sanctuary was cast down. And a host was given him against the deity by reason of transgression. And it cast down the truth to the ground, and it practiced and prospered. And then I heard one saint speaking, and another saint said unto that certain saint which spake, how long shall be the vision concerning the deity, and the transgression of desolation, to give both the sanctuary and the host to be trodden underfoot? And he said unto me, unto 2,300 days, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. Now, here, we're going to go straight to the deity. All right. Now we know, the ram and the he-goat. We know it's Media Persia, Greece, and then pagan Rome came after. So we need to go to the pattern. God is always consistent. Now pagan Rome, now it says, magnify himself even to the prince of the hosts. Now the prince of the hosts is Christ Jesus. All right. Let me read that again. Yea, he magnified himself even to the prince of hosts. This is pagan Rome, magnify himself to the prince of hosts. That's when he crucified Christ on the cross. Magnify himself even to the prince of hosts, Jesus Christ, his crucifixion. And by him, the daily paganism was taken away. Now, this word taken away is the same word room in the Hebrew, to lift up, to exalt. All right, to exalt. If you read Daniel chapter 5, you'll see the same word room. And when Belshazzar lifted up himself, magnify himself. All right. I'm just using my own words, but in your spare time you could go to Daniel. You'll see that in the Strong Concordance, this word, you know, he lifted himself up, is the same word as room. So this word taken away is room, self-exaltation. So Rome exalt himself, paganism exalts self. All right. And the place of his sanctuary was cast down. Now, I forgot this name, this temple, this famous temple in Rome, where they have all their gods, all their deity. All right. And that's where pagan Rome has all their god that they conquered. For example, if they conquer any nation, and they take this nation's god or deity and put them in their temple in Rome. I forgot this name of this temple, but you could check it out. So Rome, the reason why we call Rome pagan Rome is because Rome perfected paganism. They had all their enemies' gods that they conquered, they took over and worshiped those gods for themselves. So when it says in the place of his sanctuary, not the sanctuary itself, the place of that sanctuary where this temple was located in Rome was cast down. And a host, the word host here is army or group of men or people. A host, okay, army. And a host was given him against the deity or against paganism. Now, this host was given against the deity. Now we're talking about the papacy here. Now the papacy start coming into the scene. Against the deity by reason of transgression, and it cast down the truth to the ground, and practiced and prospered. Then I heard one saint speaking, and another saint said unto that certain saint which spake, how long? Now we're dealing with duration. Now the reason why I want to go to this text is to show you the error that many Seventh-day Adventists are teaching. Now it says that how long, duration, we're dealing with duration, how long shall be the vision concerning the deity? How long concerning the vision, the whole vision? All right, the whole vision. We're dealing with Chalzon, the whole vision. And the host to be trodden down underfoot. I'm sorry, I skip a little bit. It says, how long shall it be the vision concerning the deity, concerning paganism? How long, duration, concerning paganism, in the transgression of desolation? So how long is the vision concerning paganism and papalism? Okay, how long shall be the vision concerning the deity, paganism, and the transgressions of desolation, papalism, to give both the sanctuary and the host to be trodden underfoot? All right, the host, okay, God's people, multitude of people, hosts, to be trodden underfoot, and before the host, the sanctuary. All right, we know Jerusalem was destroyed by pagan Rome. Okay, so Let me read it again so you can digest it. It says,